Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ojoshide, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to cut this crisscross kimono bubu displayed on the thumbnail. Please do well to like, share and comment, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. So you want to start off with folding your fabric just like the way I folded it here. And please, if you're working with a fabric that you know moves around a lot, please do well to pin. After folding your fabric as displayed in this video, you want to start off with marking your full length for this kimono. The full length for this kimono is 40 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance. After marking the full length of your kimono, you want to square it out just like how I'm doing here. This will just enable you get like a straight line. Then you roll. Like I said, the length for this kimono is 40 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance. So the point we just rolled now is our starting line, and on the starting line you put your measurement from your center back to your desired sleeve length. Yes, that will be your sleeve length, and for me it is 24 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance, making it 25 inches. Next, you want to place your tape starting from your starting line and mark your nipple point. Yes, your nipple point, because that will be your sleeve opening. And for me, it is 11 inches. So I realized I had not pinned properly and I decided to pin properly. Then mark my sleeve opening. Like I said, your sleeve opening is your nipple point. Then you roll just like this. So here I was just making sure I have that 25 inches I want as my sleeve length on my starting line. After confirming that, on my nipple point I input my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 5 inches, hip circumference divided by 4 plus 5 inches. Also on the hemline, the same measurement you marked on your nipple line, you input it there, which is hip circumference divided by 4 plus 5 inches. Then you roll the line from the nipple point all the way to the hemline, just like so. On the angle connecting the bodice to the sleeve, you want to curve it in because we don't want any sharp edges or anything of sort. So you curve it in. You can curve it with your hand, but if you're not so sure your hand can give you can use your curve driller. After curving it, you want to make sure you have the same 25 inches on your nipple point. Then you connect it to your starting line. We're just trying to get the sleeve here. The back neckline for this kimono is 3 by 1.5 inches. That is, the width is 3 inches while the depth is 1.5. After getting that, you want to connect just like so. Still on the starting line, we want to slant the shoulder by 1.5 inches. So on the starting line, you mark 1.5 inches, just like so. And you connect all the way to the neckline, that is the 3 inches point. After slanting your shoulder with 1.5, you proceed to add your seam allowance of 0.5 inches. That is half inches. Make sure you add the half inches seam allowance on the shoulder line for a perfect fit. After adding your seam allowance on the shoulder, you can go ahead to reconfirm all your measurements before cutting. Like I said, do well to reconfirm your measurements, my loves. After reconfirming, you can go ahead to cut. You might want to watch this part carefully to see the line I'm cutting on. After cutting the back, you want to go ahead to fold the fabric just like how I've done here and place the back pattern on it just like so with an extension in front. Again, you want to place the back pattern on the front pattern just like so with excess in front, like excess in front. Once again, go ahead to pin. If you're working with a fabric that moves a lot, please pin. So the extension we want in front for this kimono is 30 inches. Yes, 30 inches. This will enable us get the crisscross effect. Once again, let me repeat it just in case you didn't get it the first time. The extension for this kimono is 30 inches. Yes, 30 inches. That is what we are going to use to get the crisscross effect. So after making sure you have that 30 inches excess from the center back, you want to go ahead to align the shoulders just like so. You cut it to make sure they are equal. What you are basically going to do here is just use the back pattern as a pattern to cut the front, but making sure there is excess from the center back. Also on the hemline, you want to make sure you just make everything equal down to the 30 inches point. You just align it. Again, as a beginner, you want to make sure you're pinning throughout this process. Pin, like it cannot be overemphasized. So after aligning it on the shoulder and on the hemline, you want to mark your extension from the center back, 30 inches from the center back. You mark 30 inches just like so. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch the video. After marking your 30 inches extension, on the back panel, you want to go up by half of the full length measurement. Go up by half of the full length measurement. In this case, it is 20 inches. 20 inches. Remember, it is half of the measurement, excluding the hemming allowance or the seam allowance. Half of the full length measurement. So on that 20 inches point, you also want to extend it by 30 inches. That is half of the full length measurement. You extend it just like so by 30 inches. Here, I was just trying to square out my line, making sure I have like a straight line, making sure the extension from half of the measurement is 30 inches. Here, I was just trying to also demonstrate, because if you don't get this extension right, the whole outfit can go wrong. So after marking out the point, you want to connect just like so. Again, as the saying goes, measure twice, cut once. I'd rather take my time to reconfirm my measurements before going ahead to cut. The neck depth for this front kimono is 8 inches. Remember, we're maintaining the 3 inches width. So basically the front is 3 by 8 inches. So you want to mark it just like so, just like how I'm marking it in this video. After marking that, you want to connect it from that 3 inches point like a V neckline. You want to connect it from the 3 inches point into that 8 inches point like a V neckline. From the 8 inches, you want to curve it into the extension, just like how I'm doing in this video. If you cannot use your curve for this, please do well to just use your hand. You can just curve it in from that 8 inches point into the extension. Yes, curve it into the extension, just like how I'm doing. I didn't realize my camera stopped filming, so I lost clip of when I was cutting this. But yeah, like I was explaining earlier, from the 8 inches point, you curve it into the extension, just like this. So after cutting the front pattern, you're done with the cutting part for this kimono. I hope you're able to understand everything I have said so far, but if not, you can go back and rewatch the video. After cutting, you want to go ahead and stitch the shoulder and the side, and also this point you see me holding, the extension. Yes, you stitch that point. Yes, you stitch it together. After stitching on the shoulder and the side, you want to go ahead and hold the extension just like how I'm holding it here. Yes, you hold it like this, then you place it together. Yes, you place it like this, then you twist it just once. Twist it just once and take it to the shoulder. What we want to create now is the crisscross effect. Yes, and you stitch on the point I am showing. Just in case you didn't get it the first time, you place it like this, you place it together, then you twist it just once. The twisting is just once. Then you take it to the shoulder and you stitch like this and stitch like this, and voila, we have our beautiful crisscross kimono. And here is a picture of me rocking the beautiful kimono. Thank you all for watching, and please do well to like, share and comment. God bless you.